Hello, YouTube fam. How y'all doing? It's your Uncle Tim. How you doing, Timsters? This is Uncle Tim Rants and Reviews, the channel where I rant and I review, fam. First of all, thank you for watching. Thank you for all the love and the support, and thank you for all the positive energy. This is not just a channel. This is a community of collectors talking about things dealing with collecting. Now, today we're going to talk about video games. We're going to talk about DkOldies. Now, I have watched them on YouTube. I done watched their shorts. I done watched some of their videos. It's pretty entertaining, fam. You know, they got like 1 million subscribers. Then all of a sudden, out of the blue, I start seeing people start saying that they're scammers, rip-off artists, thieves, and every damn thing else. You know, their systems are overpriced. They're demanding premiums on items that are not what they're supposed to be. And I'm like, what is going on here? You know, I'm trying to figure out and get to the bottom of it. Then I'm starting looking at some of the employees talk who used to work there and listen to their stories, fam. And I'm just kind of confused. I was kind of weirded out. I was like, damn, like, okay, like, damn, it's giving off cult vibes and stuff like that. And I'm like, man, you know, just some of the stuff that you're hearing, you know, with that being said, fam, you know, you got to take everything with a grain of salt. So I'm looking at DkOldies, and he's out there saying that they're getting death threats and everything like that. They got the police involved, YouTube involved. And if you got something to do with it, if it's a prank, let us know. And I'm just sitting there like, damn, what is really going on? Come to find out, fam, that they're saying that their systems are refurbished. And a lot of people who are buying them, come to find out, they're not. Fam, you know, you could only list something as refurbished. That means if you refurbish this item, that means you took it apart, went inside to check to see if all the components work, check for, you know, dust, just if everything's supposed to be working right. If something needs to be replaced, you're replacing it. And that's what's supposed to happen when you have the item listed as refurbished. But I had a conversation with my wife, and I was trying to get to the bottom of this because I was like, I don't understand what's really going on. And she said, hey, look, check this out. Look at it from this angle. Because I said, you know, I see guys like Retro Rick, Pixel Game Squad, Phoenix Resale and stuff like that, you know, they're not having the same issue. She said, well, they're selling their stuff as used. You know, when stuff is used, that means it may or may not work. You know, I tested, you know, the basic functions. You know, I put a cartridge in, and if it cuts on and I play it for a second, it works. If it's a disc-based system, I put the disc in, put it in, press play, you know, and work with it for a minute. And if it works, it works. Okay. If otherwise, I just list it as defective if it don't work. But with DkOldies, they're saying that their systems are refurbished. That means that you took the time out to go and troubleshoot everything that goes on in the system to see if everything works. And I was just trying to sit here. I was explaining to my wife my angle on this, and I was like, how could they do that? You know, you don't know how many systems they get in a day. But she said it doesn't matter. If you list this stuff as refurbished, that means you have supposed to check for all of this stuff. Whether if you got the time or not, the manpower or not. This is what you're doing. This is how they're commanding such high premiums, because they're listing their stuff as refurbished, whereas other people list their stuff as used or pre-owned. And this is the problem where everybody is having an issue with DkOldies. You come to find out this stuff is not being refurbished. It's not being, you know, taken apart and, you know, condensed air, getting all the dust out of the fans and, you know, replacing parts that's not working. And I'm trying to figure out, I said to my wife, I said, damn. I said, this shit'll get costly real quick. Replacing drives and everything like that, replacing fans, resoldering certain components, you know, replacing certain components. I said, this shit will get pricey quick. I said, I'm trying to figure out. Then, you know, they're supposed to open up the games and, you know, like cartridges and stuff like that and replace the save batteries. And I'm like, this shit get costly quick. This is why I'm saying it's no way in hell they doing all that. For one, this is the U.S. That means you got to pay a certain amount in wages, even if it's a family-owned business. You got to pay a certain amount in wages. And I can't see them paying a certain amount of wages and for a certain period of time, because think about it. If one person is doing the inside cleaning, and I mean, you just got a ton of systems in front of you, It's no way in hell you don't get this stuff done really quick. It's just so much to do. And that means you got to have replacement pieces for all of that, and that cost. But you know what? If you listen to Joy talk, who's, the representative of DkOldies, basically, he's the face of the organization. He was talking, saying basically, this is why they charge the prices they charge. Because, they have to do all of this and that. But come to find out, you're not doing any of that. And, he's online right now saying that a lot of people are hating on them. They're spreading the hate campaign, lying. And you know what? If a lot of people are getting defective products, one time it may not be true. Think about it. If you deal with thousands of customers, somebody is bound to have some bad experiences, but I say this before anything happens or jump off. If people have problems with your merchandise, they should address customer service first before they make a video on it. Maybe this thing could be rectified. Maybe there was a situation. Maybe there was a mistake. And shit happens. It does. And see, this is the problem that I'm looking at. A lot of people are too quick to jump to conclusions and jump on YouTube. But, right now I see a lot of this is justified. Right now it seems like a scam because basically they're not doing what they're supposed to. And if you're not doing what you're supposed to, there lies the problem. If your main job is to do this and you're not doing that, who's wrong? Who's right? You get what I mean? There's a lot of people hating on them. One, because they are the big dog. And that's what happens when you're the big dog. People get views and clicks just for using their name in your title. And that ain't why I was trying to do this video. The reason why I was doing this video, I was trying to debunk some of the stuff. But it's hard to debunk. You can't debunk their business strategy. We refurbished retro video games. And if you're not doing what you say you're doing, then there go the problem. Fam, you know what? If a lot of people are having problems with these people, go somewhere else. Spend your money with other people. My thing is, if you're going to buy cartridges and discs, I say go ahead and do that. But if you don't want to spend your money on consoles with them because you don't know what might happen, then I blame you. I don't blame you. My thing is, before I make a video or anything, I call customer service and see what happens. And if I get the runaround, they tell me that, hey, look, we don't got that. We just refund your money. I'm good with that. Because mistakes do happen. We all are human. But when you start pushing, that narrative that, hell, how did I know that you didn't break it in the process? I don't know if anyone said anything like that, and I'm not trying to put words in anybody's mouth. I wasn't a fly on the wall for any conversations or anything like that. But what I'm trying to say is, if you don't do the stuff that you say you do, then there's a problem. If I say I wash cars, and you get out there and I don't wash cars, there's a problem. You get your car back and you be like, what the hell you do? I washed your car. You be like, you ain't washed my car, still look the same. There lies your problem. Fam, this is not hard. But I'm going to tell you something. If it quacks like a duck, it usually is a duck. And this situation basically sounds like people are not doing what they're supposed to do. And they've been called out on it. And, in recent situations with this council culture, things have been running amok. People have been coming for people now. People, are tired of spending their hard-earned cash and come to get a piece of shit in the mail, and you just angry as hell because you like, man, for one, y'all product is high as hell. Then I get it, then shit ain't working. Or, shit is dirty. Or, roaches inside. You don't know what's going on with these situations. This is why I say when you sitting there talking about refurbished, you really need to be careful. Because that can go anyway, and you are liable. With refurbished merchandise, you are liable for it. Because once you open up the system anyway, you void the warranty. So that shit is out the window. And that's what I'm going with this. This is why I'm saying, make sure you pay attention to what's going on. If you hearing a lot of negative reviews on something, don't mess with them. You know, a lot of people just buying stuff right now just to get a video off. And, you know, I'm just sitting here thinking to myself, well, you know, maybe, you know, they trying to get that bag, trying to get their subscribers up, trying to get, you know, recognized. And this is what's happening with a lot of people. This is why a lot of them are doing a video. They're not putting it out there to let you know or to inform you. They putting it out there for you to get to inform their channel. You see their channel, you want to subscribe, and you want to be like, hey, they telling us the truth. No, they're not. They're just trying to get your money. They're trying to get money off of you by you tuning in. You know, this is what's happening with a lot of people. You know, same thing happened in the toy community. We were talking about that a little while ago. Same thing was happening with the Funkos. Same thing is happening with the Jordans and the Yeezys. It's a lot of shit going on out here, fam, that affects all of us. This channel is for collecting, and I talk about things dealing with collecting, fam. But till later, thank you so much for watching. Peace out. And again, I'm not for or against, but if something ain't right and you see it ain't right, don't mess with it. Till later, peace out, fam.